Blackhead prevention begins with calm habits, not harsh treatment. Blackheads form when oil, dead skin cells, and tiny bits of everyday debris collect inside a pore, and the top of that plug darkens after exposure to air. They are not a sign that someone is dirty, and they usually do not improve when the skin is scrubbed aggressively. In many cases, rough treatment only leaves the skin more irritated, more reactive, and harder to manage. A steady routine usually works better than an intense one. Wash the face gently in the morning and again at night with a mild cleanser and lukewarm water. Avoid very hot water, rough scrubs, harsh brushes, and the urge to attack the skin as if it were a stain that can be polished away. If makeup, sunscreen, sweat, or daily buildup is still on the skin at the end of the day, remove it fully before bed. Lightweight, water-based, or non-comedogenic products are often a better choice for skin that clogs easily, especially around the nose, chin, forehead, and jawline. Moisturizer still matters, even when skin feels oily, because skin that feels stripped and uncomfortable can become more reactive. If the skin tolerates it, salicylic acid may help loosen clogged material inside pores, and adapalene may help keep pores from becoming blocked over time. The important thing is to start slowly and stay steady instead of trying too much too fast. Squeezing blackheads with fingernails or tools may feel productive for a moment, but it often leads to irritation, lingering marks, and a cycle of touching the face that creates more trouble than progress. Hair oils, pomades, and heavy styling products can also quietly contribute to clogged pores around the forehead and temples, so it helps to keep those products away from facial skin whenever possible. Pillowcases, hats, and phone screens do not need to become a source of anxiety, but keeping them reasonably clean supports a better environment for the skin. Prevention is not about perfection. It is about making pores less likely to clog, keeping the skin barrier calmer, and choosing a routine gentle enough to keep doing for months. And now, with that practical skin advice folded away neatly like a clean towel in a bathroom cabinet, let us move into the longer, warmer, and much more cheerful part of the evening, where, instead of cleansers, cotton pads, and magnifying mirrors, we find ourselves in a small American town full of casseroles, raffle baskets, pie, folding chairs, and one retired gentleman who accidentally becomes far more important to local happiness than he ever intended. In the town of Meadow Fork, Virginia, 75-year-old Walter Keene believed in order, decent coffee, and the moral value of leaving people alone unless there was pie involved. He had retired from the county tractor parts office 10 years earlier, which meant he had spent most of his adult life locating bolts, checking delivery slips, and explaining to rushed men that close enough was not, in fact, a category of inventory. He liked clean windows, sharpened pencils, strong weather opinions, and evenings that belonged entirely to him. He did not dislike people exactly. He simply believed that people, when gathered in groups, developed unnecessary enthusiasm for raffle baskets and folding chairs. Walter lived alone in a tidy brick house with a deep porch, white railings, and a detached garage so well arranged that neighbors occasionally peeked inside and spoke in lower voices, the way one might enter a chapel devoted to hammers. His wife Alice had died 5 years earlier. Since then, he had arranged his days very carefully. Coffee at 6, newspaper at 6:15, breakfast at 7, walk at 8 if the weather was not being difficult, lunch at noon, radio after lunch, supper at 5:30, dishes by 6, porch by 6:30, bed by 10. It was a manageable life, calm, dependable, respectable. Some evenings, though, particularly in autumn, when the light folded itself up early and the house began sounding larger than it was, quiet became something slightly heavier than peace. The chief danger to Walter's peaceful routine was his neighbor, Doreen Bell. Doreen was 72, quick-moving, broad-smiled, and equipped with the sort of community energy that should have required municipal approval. She wore bright cardigans, low practical heels, and reading glasses on a silver chain that made her look permanently ready to coordinate a bake sale, correct a misspelled sign, and rescue any event from disaster using only paper clips and force of will. She chaired the church fellowship committee, co-managed the library sale, organized the winter mitten drive, and believed every person in Meadow Fork had a hidden gift for community service, especially the ones actively hiding. On a windy Thursday afternoon in late October, Walter was sitting on his porch with a mug of coffee and half a slice of spice cake when Doreen came marching up the walkway, carrying a covered casserole dish and a thick yellow folder. Walter looked at the folder and said, "No." Doreen stopped on the bottom step. "You don't even know what I'm asking. You have a folder. I also have turkey tetrazzini. That means the folder is serious. That means I came prepared." "For what?" "For your refusal." Walter leaned back in his chair. "Then at least one of us is respecting reality." Doreen came up the steps anyway, set the casserole on the porch table, and sat down without invitation, which was one of her more efficient habits. "The Lantern Harvest Supper has a problem," she said. Walter closed his eyes for one brief second. The Lantern Harvest Supper was the annual autumn event in the church fellowship hall, a cheerful evening featuring casseroles, local music, raffle baskets, pies, decorative leaves, and enough folding chairs to seat either a church supper or a very polite legal inquiry. "What sort of problem?" he asked. The MC canceled. "Why?" His daughter invited him to Richmond. "That sounds legitimate." He also said he was not really a microphone person. Walter nodded. "That sounds wise." Doreen ignored him. "So, naturally I thought of you. Why would you do that?" "Because you speak clearly, people trust you, and you are funny." Walter stared at her. "I am not funny. You are after 70. Dry counts. I worked in inventory control. You spent 40 years explaining basic facts to people who preferred guesses. You can handle a room. That is not the same as wanting one. You do not need to entertain. Just welcome people, introduce the musicians, announce the raffle baskets, and keep the evening moving. That sounds like work in clean shoes. That sounds like community. That sounds like trouble with gravy." Doreen smiled. "You'll be good. I'll be reluctant. That is not a skill." "It should be." She tapped the folder. "I may already have written your name in pencil." Walter looked at the casserole dish. "You volunteered me before I agreed?" "In pencil," she said. "I'm not reckless." "No," Walter replied. "Just efficient in a way that depletes the spirit." "Tomorrow, 6 o'clock. And if I refuse? I'll tell everyone you were intimidated by a microphone and decorative corn shocks. Those are not equal threats. Together they make a very believable rumor." So that was how Walter Keene, retired parts office man and guardian of quiet evenings, became the emergency MC of Meadow Fork's Lantern Harvest Supper. For the next 24 hours, he prepared as if he were about to negotiate a treaty between rival pie jurisdictions. He found his navy blazer, the one reserved for weddings, funerals, and restaurant dinners involving cloth napkins. He polished his loafers. He wrote note cards. Then he rewrote them. Then he made backup note cards in case the first set failed morally. On Friday morning, his daughter, Rebecca, called from Baltimore. "Dad," Doreen told Mrs. Holloway. Mrs. Holloway told Aunt Jean, and Aunt Jean told me you're hosting the church supper. Doreen should not have access to communication infrastructure, Walter said. Rebecca laughed. "You'll do great. I have 6 note cards. That means you care." I have backup note cards. That means you are still entirely yourself. I also practiced pronouncing the banjo player's last name. That means you're prepared. He practiced that afternoon in the hallway mirror. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Lantern Harvest Supper. Too stiff. Hello, friends and neighbors. Too cheerful. He looked like a man about to sell discounted grass seed. Thank you all for coming tonight. Too vague. Coming for what and under what emotional agreement? By the fifth attempt, he had introduced himself twice, thanked the umbrella stand, and nodded respectfully at the coat rack. At that point, he decided the house had already endured enough. Doreen arrived at 5:40 in a rust sweater and earrings shaped like tiny lanterns. "You look distinguished," she said. "You look supervisory," Walter replied. "That's because I am. That's what worries me." The church hall was already full when they arrived. Long tables draped in orange and brown paper cloths filled the room. Mason jars